Hi, this is Paul from Senior to Scratch. Today I'm here with Zach Finley of PXG Golf. He is a master club fitter for PXG. He's going to help walk me through the process of getting fitted for a new set of irons, my 4-through pitching wedge for now. Currently I'm gaming a tailor-made P790 set. I find it's not very consistent, could be hot off the face on certain hits. So Zach's going to try to walk me through the perfect PXG club for me. So Zach, would you be able to walk us through the process of how you do the club fittings?
Absolutely. So when someone comes in to get a club fitting, the first thing that I do is, obviously we talk about the pre-fit interview. So what I'm trying to do is establish what your goal is for this iron fitting. So for yourself, you said it's a little bit off the face, a little bit something more consistent. You want to add a little more spin because you said the greens are a little bit firm at Country Hills. So you want to be able to have that stopping power on the green. So what I like to do to start is I let the customer come in, hit their own current gamer first off. Once they feel warm, we kind of take about 5 shots. And then from there, we can pull the data up where we can compare products right now.
Okay, awesome. And I should mention that I did attend the PGA of Alberta Golf Show this past weekend, and I hit a couple of PXG clubs, just 2 shots, but I was instantly hooked because of the distance, the spin rates, the descent angle, they were all to my liking. Actually, pretty close to PGA Tour stats, if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's get into this and look forward to getting fit for the right set of clubs.
Yeah, awesome. Let's do it.
Thanks. Okay, I'm just getting a baseline with my tailor-made P790s. Now, after taking a few shots with my old clubs, you can see there's quite a wide front-back dispersion. In this case, roughly 25-ish yards, and even left to right. I had one bad one there that went left, but yeah, you can see that there isn't much consistency in my current clubs, which is why I'm here. So this is the 317 or 317 T MMT 105S. Definitely feels light. So this isn't going to twist like a traditional graphite then, right? Not really. Right. The steel fiber shaft feels good. Oh, it's a little fat. Still decent miss hit. That one.
Okay, so once we see the numbers here, so you kind of hit 5 with your own, just the 7-iron, the white is currently your own gamer there. So when we look at, carry to total yardage, the bottom line there is going to give us a nice little average. So 170 to 174, which is really great. Your launch angle is at 20.7. That's right where we need to be. And then your spin rate is averaging about 66, 73 right now. So in a perfect golf world, if we get around that 20 plus or minus 2 range, I would say is a really good number for launch angle. And then for spin rate, with amateur players, that's kind of one of the toughest things that people can get. For yourself, you're better than the normal amateur. So if we can stay around this 65, let's call it range there, that's going to get you that spin rate that we're looking for, especially at Country Hills. So with that first shaft that we tried the MMT here. So for carry to total, it was about 168, let's call it 169 to 175. Which is really good. Club head speed at 89, which is really good. And if we bump over, launch angle is 19.4, so a little bit shorter than, or a little bit lower, sorry, I should say, than your own. And your spin rate was at 6,000 as well, so a little bit shorter too. But we tried a new shaft in there. So we tried the steel fiber I-110. Total and carry 158 to 160. Launch angle is at 21.5, and then the spin rate was at 73.80. So you're actually ahead of kind of the ideal number. Whatever club you're hitting, you want to times that by 1,000. That being said, though, it makes sense that you're hitting it a little bit shorter because we're launching that ball higher into the air and we're generating a faster club head speed. So you can kind of see with your carry total, like when you land it, it sticks very well into the green and there's not a lot of bite. So for yourself, for someone who's looking to get those numbers up, you can really attack the pin when you're out on the course and on the range, knowing that club,
Sure.
or knowing what that shaft's going to do for you.
What are these? These are the MPH. Same shaft as I got in my TaylorMades. I don't know, it just felt solid. I think that one is glitched.
Another one there, yeah.
I don't know if it's the balls. All right, let's try this one with the. It's slightly heavier weight, this one, right?
2 more grams of
2
weight
more
be added.
grams. Okay, it looks like we settled on the 0317Ts with the Elevate steel shaft. Same as my TaylorMade clubs. Really like the look of these clubs for sure. And very consistent distance. Hi, I'm back home now and I wanted to recap my experience. So it was pretty awesome being in an airplane hangar with those Porsches and this trailer setup. It was a really neat experience in general. I did go ahead and purchase the 0317T clubs with the steel shaft MPH Elevate. After I did the videos, I did a lie angle and length fitting with stickers and special balls, and everything came out standard, so I'm doing that. The one modification to these clubs is we're going to make them 1 degree stronger loft. So instead of 32 degrees for the 7-iron, I'm going with 31 degrees. It's not for the distance, although the distance will improve, but it's more to get that spin down. I'm actually on the high side of the spin equation now, so by doing a 1 degree stronger loft, I should bring that down closer to that 7,000 number. So the last thing I want to mention, and maybe the most important, is the anticipated delivery date. I'm supposed to get these in roughly a week, which is unbelievable for golf clubs coming to Canada. The reason for that is these PXG clubs are actually manufactured in Mexico for delivery to Canada. I think PXG US gets manufactured in the US, but in the US there will inevitably be bottlenecks in certain manufacturing facilities if you're with any of the other manufacturers. So being that they're manufactured in Mexico is allowing me to get them a lot quicker. Not to mention this endless tariff war. I don't want to get into politics, but I do believe that sporting goods are now being tariffed at 25% if we were to get them from the United States as reciprocal tariffs. Don't quote me on that, but in any case, it would likely be passed on to me as a consumer, at least partially. So luckily, I don't have to deal with that. So with all that being said, when I get these clubs in another week, I will have another video to show you the beauty of these golf clubs. So stay tuned to Senior to Scratch. Thanks for watching.